right. Do you love it or leave it? Protagonists meet in the first 10% of the story.
Oh, love it, of course. I mean, honestly, if they don't meet in the first 10%, what are we actually doing? Is this a romance or what? I like backstory, but I don't want to read like 3 chapters of only backstory of someone. Nah, that's not interesting to me.
All right. Do you love it or leave it? Dual point of view narration.
Yeah, generally, yes, I love it, but I think it depends on the idea that the author wants to bring. Some books work way better where you when you don't know what the other person is thinking. So that's when one POV works perfectly fine. But if there's no reason to hide anything, yeah, dual is great.
All right. Love it or leave it? Third person past tense.
Oh, I mean, historical, of course, love it. Like, I don't even know what would we do with the first person in historical. I had this conversation with a couple of my guests who are historical romance authors, and I'm like, have you ever seen a book written in first person? And they're like, no. Do you want to write one? I don't know. I'm scared. Like, it's really, I don't know. Maybe there is one. Maybe I don't know about it.
There are definitely authors experimenting with it. Vanessa Riley, I think, has been writing first person for a while. Allie Hudson, I just had on my podcast, and she writes in first person. And Lindsay Barrett, that was the other one I had on my podcast who wrote in first person. So there are definitely people playing around with it, but I've also heard that there's a lot of reader pushback on it.
Yeah, they're not used to it, I guess. And it's maybe hard to put yourself, well, I wanted to say that it's hard to put yourself in the shoes of like 17-year-old, like aristocratic lady, but also like fantasies in first person and nobody's an elf or fairy. It's fine, you can do it. But I I love third person past tense even in contemporary. I'm perfectly fine with it. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah. All right. Do you love it or leave it? Third act breakup or dark moment?
Oh, definitely love it. I sometimes I read a book that says no third act breakup, and after about 70%, it feels like a huge extended epilogue. I'm like, they're just happy. What am I supposed to do with that now? And I mean, it's okay when there are external circumstances as well, that like kidnappings, some danger that's coming to the heroine or the hero. But I truly actually love when they break up. And I think like yesterday maybe or the day before I listened to the Fated Mates episode about third up breakups and they explained it perfectly. It's a test for the relationship. If they just started dating and everything's going great, you don't really know if they're gonna be there for the long run, if their relationship would stand the test. But if there is a test, for them externally or internally, then they overcome it and you just feel more satisfaction from it and you know that whoa, this relationship actually survived this. And I think without it, I don't know what else you can do to make it satisfying in the third act.
Right. All right. Do you love it or leave it? Always end with an epilogue.
I love it actually because I remember a couple of books where it literally ends on I love you too. And I freaking hated that because what do you mean? Like, tell me something else. I love you too. And that's it? Like, come on. It's like a rom-com, they hugged, they kissed. At the end, they took the camera away and showed the whole big shot, and that's it. No, no, that's not enough for me. No.
All right. Do you love it or leave it? Always read the author's note.
Oh yeah, I'm that person who, if there's an author's note, acknowledgements, anything else, I have to read it. I'm not sure, like often it's very interesting, especially in historicals, because there's always like some research notes in there or like some historical details and things like that. Even in contemporary, I read them just because I don't know. I feel like if I don't, I didn't finish a book. It's a very weird feeling. It's like, no, but I didn't finish. I need to listen to to listen or to read this note. I sometimes even read like the excerpts that they put from from the future books. It still feels like I have to read it, even if I don't care about the next book. It's just my tick.
All right. And are there any romance rules I didn't ask about that you enjoy seeing authors break?
To be honest, I kind of like rules. I like when there is structure. I like when there are tropes and the trope actually delivers on what it is, because often people will just name a trope, but then it's not just a word. You need to deliver on it. You need to do what the trope actually says. And the same with like no third up breakup. This is for me the rule that I don't want to be broken, and I'm okay. I'm okay with having it all the time. And I don't know. The only thing is, I think we should be following rules, but we should be finding new ways to follow them. Because if you look at Romancing the Beat, the book with the that it describes the romance structure, if you follow it like to the point, that's still going to be a romance, but it can be very boring romance. I've read some of those which technically they're fine, but like there's nothing new about them, and you need to find new ways to not break rules but follow them in like twisted, interesting ways. I don't know if that's a good answer because I really
I like
am
that answer.
sure.
No, I think that's true. I'm currently reading a John Grisham novel, and I think this is the first John Grisham novel I've read, so I don't really know what to expect from his formula. But I was expecting this good guy character to continue to be a good guy throughout the book, but I'm beginning to suspect that the formula is by the end of the book, he's not a good guy. And
Hmm.
I am really torn. I feel a lot of like actual unease about I don't really want to read about him becoming a bad lawyer, but I also like want to know maybe he becomes a better guy by the end. Like maybe that's the catharsis. And so I've been thinking about how that relates to being a romance reader, and there are certain things that you can count on that you want to count on that Preston is going to become a less cruel person by falling in love with Catherine. like
Yeah.
we know that, and I wouldn't have this existential do I read it or not problem.
Yeah, exactly. I think if any of the very well experienced authors want to break the rules, I think I would trust them with that. I have some trust because I've read their books. I know they can do their job very well. And so that would be okay with me. But there's a lot of like, I'm on a lot of forums and like Facebook groups and stuff. And a lot of people think that they are so clever breaking the rules. And the very popular one is my book is romance, but I want to surprise my readers and not have an HEA at the end. Are you kidding me? Like, you're not rule breaking, you just don't know what romance is. So, yeah, I mean, I think you can break the rules if you want. You just need to learn how to use them first. Have some books, have readers that trust you, and then you can start to experiment. And then I will trust you with this experiment. I don't have to
Yeah.
like it, but at least I will consider it.